Awesome day. Welcome back to the Universim. We're looking at Lava Planet. We're looking at a bunch of upgrades that we have on our plate, but right now our focus is on just making sure resource generation is where it needs to be. So we have a steel factory, we have an electronics factory coming up right now. Yes, good. We now have enough educated nuggets to run all of our buildings. So we're doing pretty well on that. We don't really have enough drinkable water though, and that is a problem. Nuggets are still kind of getting sick here and there because there's not enough drinkable water. Thankfully, we have the creator points to take care of sicknesses. And it's really not all that bad. 10 of 350 nuggets are sick. So I may hold off. We have a hospital with just the one, but you know, one's better than none. I'll get these two because they're right next to each other. I missed that one. But otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it too much. We have a gas mine that's almost empty, and I am pretty sure I put a second one in last time we played. Our hydro collider's off for now because our lake's still pretty full. And we're otherwise in pretty good shape. We are also on Mother Planet loading up a shuttle that'll take us to our next location. I've been saying the moon, and I still think the moon is our next destination, but I also want to make sure that, you know, there's something on the moon that we need to rebuild the planet cracker. If not, it's still a pretty good source of unobtainium so that we can get to those planets we do need. But focus should really be right now on rebuilding the planet cracker and getting through endgame. Anyway, how are you? I hope you're well. Steel mill, cement factory have this, they're fully staffed. Everything's fully staffed now. We need 12 educated nuggets for something. For what? Ministers, maybe? We do need 12 ministers. We are almost in a position where we can start staffing ministers, but ministers will only put down space-age buildings, or like whatever generation you're in. So if we were in the Stone Age, they'd put down Stone Age buildings, but they won't otherwise. And I scale back my buildings a lot when I set up on a planet, and I don't have the resources necessarily to put in a bunch of space-age buildings. So right now, no ministers. I am going to start unpausing, though, the residential buildings that they've been trying to build, because we're situated such that we can almost spare the resources for them. $800 food. We only have 8 for 50 plastics. No, that's a no-go from us. Let's see what we can do though. Will they take wood? If we give them like 150 wood, what can we take from them? We need chemicals, we need electronics, which they don't want to give us, plastics. We can only take 9 plastics from them if we give them 150 wood. That's fine. They have enough drinkable water, by which I mean they have 40-ish drinkable water, and that's more than they had last time we played. So hopefully things will start getting a little better for them. We really just need more reservoirs, and we need the drinkable water to be churning through faster, like filtering more quickly through the reservoirs. But that's, that isn't controllable. More reservoirs is, and I should put down more. We'll get there. Our gas mine's empty now. And I believe the other one is operational, so I don't have an urgent need to replace this. I still will. I don't like to be in a situation where I'm consuming more than I'm producing. I'm going to scale it back, though. Maybe I put in 2. I don't recall. No, it seems like I only put in 1, and that's all right. I can put in more. Not a big deal. How much of this counts as help? All of it? Seems like. We've also been working on whittling the lava out of this lake. So I'll keep plugging along at that. Maybe we can heal some of our sick. There aren't as many infected as I've been expecting there to be. I'm just so accustomed to these large-scale infections that this one's not so bad. I'm learning, I think is actually what I'm saying. I'm learning to get the reservoirs up faster. But the population boom is so fast on every planet that it's hard to stay on top of things like that. How we doing? 8 injured or sick. I see you. We're also whittling down the number of educated nuggets that we need, so maybe it wasn't ministers. What is that color? Well, this person's like on their deathbed. Was it you? Might have been. Yeah. That nugget is thirsty, so he's probably just right on his way back to a lake where he's going to catch another infection, and that's fine. I don't care. Okay, how are we doing? Pretty well, all considered. I'm going to shove more trees in eventually, and we'll keep working on water. So we still have quite a few lakes that are lava instead of water. And I'm not saying we need to get all of them, every single one on this playthrough. Found a mystical box. But I am saying water's better for the environment than lava. Open, please. Thank you. No, no, no. There we go. All right, let's go check on Mother Planet. We'll see if our shuttle's filled. We'll see what they need in regards to resources. How population looks, who's sick, who's unmarried. You know, creator stuff. What do they need? $966 nuggets. And no herbs. So we set at least one farm to produce herbs before we left Mother Planet last time. Environment looks great though. How nice that there were already rain clouds removing the pollution on this lake. That's a whole bunch of them in one big cluster though, so I'm wondering if maybe I put those down and then left and time's been at a standstill. Well, people died. Power looks good. Water looks good. Food looks fine. Maybe we could use more eateries, though. They've got a bunch of steel. It doesn't look like they're using too much in the way of their resources. Everything looks great here. Herbs are kind of a mystery right now. I think there's a bug. How's our cosmodrome doing? Just waiting on a nugget? Just one nugget? That is what we're waiting on. One nugget. And I also wanted to take a look at the planet cracker and have it tell me where we need to go. Ice planet and the moon. Okay. We'll let them celebrate. Happiness is high, crime is low, but labor rate's kind of low, all considered. Our shuttle's ready. Our last nugget just entered. So we could head to the moon now. I'd like to have more creator points before we go, but this is fine. It's probably gonna be fine. I wonder if it's random which planets will have your items for the planet cracker. Like, if you've gotten this far in the game, tell me where your... Where's my... There we go. Your planet cracker parts. Tell me where they were. I'm curious to know. Do you have to colonize all the same planets as me?
We did them.
And this is a lesson learned. Like, I may not have needed to colonize the lava planet. It'll be nice to have because it's got a lot of unobtainium. But not necessary. Oh, there's our shuttle, by the way. We blasted off from, staring down at a farm. I'm sorry that you missed the launch. There are a couple others that I've already posted. And that's where we're headed. I'm wondering if I might want to set some upgrades here before I head out. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll upgrade our hospitals. 3 steel beams. Easy. 9 electronics. And 9 plastic. That's comfortable. We can do that. And maybe a couple reservoirs. Now let's go to the moon. My Universim videos may become increasingly more chaotic with each new planet I colonize, and I apologize for that. Also, the moon is nothing new to some of us, and so if this is, not super interesting for you, I understand. But we will get that piece of the planet cracker, we'll get some unobtainium, and then we'll be off to the next place. Lava ice planet. And in the meantime, we'll be juggling the other planets that we've had. Okay, so we have 3 unobtainium right there. And that's pretty good. There's the piece of the planet cracker. There's another unobtainium. I don't want to be too far from the planet cracker, but I want to be nice and close to all this unobtainium. There's 2 more. No, that's the same one. Okay. I also am thinking I could spread out a little more on the moon than I have been to, so I may do that. Where is the... Okay. The 3 unobtainium here in relation to the planet cracker piece way over there. So I might settle down kind of like between. We'll have some lakes here. Yeah, this is good. Desert, mountains. And you can see the atmosphere here is trash. There's nothing. So I want to first put down some trees. And then some water. And we'll be staying right on top of this because they're going to suffocate if I don't. And we'll just pretty much immediately get started on putting in the buildings that they need to survive. And kind of like with the other planets, they're going to steal my resources so that they can put in residential buildings. And that's half of the reason why I'm acting so quickly. And the other half is that I need to get them situated fast so that I can check in on my other planets and not have to worry about these nuggets. I'm still going to worry about them, but you know what I'm saying. We need to get the atmosphere into good working order. We need to get their buildings situated. I'm going to set them up with a farm that I'm going to scale all the way back to first gen. Did I plan for a farm? Yes, okay, never mind. I'm only letting them put in one residential building. All right, everything looks pretty good. I need to make sure that they don't try to put down any more residences. Makes me crazy that you can't really control that. Like you pack for these planets, you put all the stuff in your shuttle that you need for a set number of buildings for these buildings, and then they just throw stuff right into them, or they steal your resources, they poach everything, and then they build residences with them instead. I know that residences shouldn't necessarily be free, but you should be able to stop the nuggets from doing dumb things. Oh, this is a scaled back one. That's fine. I'm gonna go check on Lava Planet. Look at that. We have so many planets colonized now. This whole everything light touches is my kingdom. And I can send stuff to the moon. It doesn't, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Now that we have 3 planets that are generating resources, we have enough that we can just like finagle it.
I hope there's more to this planet than meets the eye.
Like Transformers. Okay, that's almost not done any work. How we doing? It doesn't look like they're without drinking water anymore. I mean, sort of. We have electronics coming in. We have steel coming in. Up next, we will put in chemicals or plastics, or both. So we need chemicals, plastics, and fuel. And those are the last 3 buildings that we need for resource creation. Go away. I'm gonna put in a couple more reservoirs. I'm just really, what? That's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna scale them back to modern era. There's not as much need to do that, but it helps. Also, you can hold shift if you want to put down multiple. I just keep forgetting to do that. While we're here, we're also generating creator points a little more quickly. Oh, back to the moon. Which we can use when we get to the moon. Which we need to use when we get to the moon. I should check on Andromeda today too, and I will. How we doing? We have no drinking water, but we do have water. Once our farm is situated, we'll put staff in it and then we'll head over to Andromeda. Can you speed up, please? One reservoir is probably going to be okay for only 25 nuggets. Who's sick? These two right here are sick. And there's one person in there that's sick. Lava Planet also has no drinking water. I think that's going to be okay for now. I know I've got a couple more reservoirs coming in over there. There's nothing I can do about it from here. We've got food generating. Great. We have food generating. We have food being cooked. We'll put some trees in for them. Baby steps. Stop it. We'll keep an eye on them just to make sure that they don't, like, run amok with my resources. But right now, everyone's looking good. Everything's looking fine. I'm going to put in a couple more rain clouds. Is this one full? No, not even close. We have our water pump, which will be running. We have our reservoir, which is half full of drinkable water. Yeah, we're going to be just fine here. So we'll check in on Andromeda. We'll see if anybody else needs us in our last few minutes of gameplay. This is fun. I like venturing across the galaxy in a single playthrough, checking on 4 planets. It's nice. It's a lot to manage, and that's interesting to me. Oh, today's question is about dialect, really. It's summer. It's summer. And I spent a good, like, half hour, 45 minutes outside last night, lying in the hammock with the dog, just watching fireflies. So that's the question. Do you say fireflies? Do you say lightning bugs? Do you have some other name for them? If English is not your first language, what are they called in your language? Do you have lightning bugs or fireflies in your area? This is going to take at least 2 clouds to clean the pollution out of this. How are we doing? Lake's polluted, but moderately full. Nuggets are not really sick here. Herbs, we're seeing herbs. That's nice. They're doing great on resources. Did this? I wasn't paying attention when I got here. Okay, yes. We have an oil jack that's empty. We'll salvage that. And then we'll put up another one. They need oil. And now that there's only one jack, they're not producing as much as they're consuming. Theme. It's a theme. Is there a better place for this? Most likely. Yes, of course, right here is amazing. It is close to this neighboring civilization. It's like inside this neighboring civilization practically, but you know, we'll be all right. We have a minister of defense, I think. Do we have ministers here? Suddenly, I don't know. Yes. We have a minister of defense. Do we have any defense towers? Yes. All right, we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. We don't have military. This one's underway. Lumber camp, you look crazy. How even is this a functional building? I've never looked at the space age lumber camp, I guess. Wild. It's not good. I don't think we have any fire departments set up here. Yeah, that's not working. I saw that infected cloud coming through and acknowledged it in my head, not out loud. Here it is. What planet temperatures are high? Here? That seems fine. Okay, Andromeda looks good. Good enough. Andromeda looks good enough. I'm letting them do their own thing. I will throw down a rain cloud onto this lake though, it's gross. That had no impact on my overall pollution rating here. That's alright. Look how cool it looks. We've come so far. All right, let's go back to the moon and then we will wrap it up for the day. Do we need anything here? I didn't really look. No, they're fine. They're doing just fine. Atmosphere isn't great, but it's better than nothing. We could use more food. I might want to put down a fishing pier if we can get fish generating into these lakes. So far, not yet. The color palette in this game is so pretty. There are our 3 unobtainium, and there are like a couple more here on this planet. Up here is our piece of the planet cracker. Somewhere. Thought we were closer to it than that. There it is. And more unobtainium. We'll put down some more trees, and then I think we'll probably call it for the day. I want to make sure that they are not spending my resources, and it doesn't look like they are. I see the one residence that I paused. They're not making babies. And that's fine for now. Yeah, here's where we'll call it. Next time, you've seen me do this before. You know what it's like now to colonize a planet, but we also want to start making our way toward setting up here for generating the space buildings, and I might just ship stuff from other planets to here to get them situated with the space buildings. And extracting unobtainium. These are like pretty lofty goals. I haven't even established their basic needs yet, and I'm already like, let's go somewhere new. But, we'll keep working on atmosphere as well. You can see grass is starting to come in, which is really exciting. We have a tiny sliver of terrestrial goodness here on our scale. So next time, just more of the same. And then, eventually we do have to colonize at least Ice Planet so that we can get that last piece of the planet cracker. So, that's a long-term goal. And then endgame. And then I don't know what. Might set a challenge for myself in this game to have a population of 1,000 on every planet. I don't know. I might move on to something else. So let me know what you'd like to see. I'm open to suggestion. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for hanging out with me as always. I hope you know how much I appreciate you. I think you're the coolest and the best. And I will talk to you very soon.